Hello everybody, my name is Chad Barker. I'm going to show you today a little bit more about our base island end cap cabinet. Okay, so basically what I did here was I put together a little picture for you. It's a little bit easier. I did trick this one out. I put some base molding around the base here, but I just kind of want to show you what this thing will look like after it's all installed. Some customers always ask and want to kind of get a better feel for it. So, alright, so anyways, get started here. I just put together three simple standard base cabinets. A base 2-door, 1-drawer, a 3-drawer, and then the same thing over here, just kind of keeping it symmetrical, real simple, real easy. Down here for the base molding, I just used a real standard 4-inch tall base molding, and then I kind of wrapped it around, and it kind of goes in and out. So basically, comprising of this cabinet that we're talking about today is going to be a base island end cap cabinet. It's pretty easy. It's got three different pieces. You got a piece right here. Center cabinet. It's basically just an exposed interior cabinet with a real thick back on it, 3/4 inch thick back. It's all going to be either raw, plywood, basically in this case it would be walnut. Whatever wood type you choose, we'll make it out of that material. And then as far as your end post or island legs are concerned, we do include two island legs. So you have one here and one here. And we'll get into the sizes of those and how it relates to the cabinet itself here in just a second. So let's take a look at the other piece here. There's another view. As you can see, so the base molding kind of going around through here. The back, now this is obviously the front of the island end cap island cabinet. Apologies for that. This is the back of it over here. As you can see, it's all finished on the back. Okay, you're going to have some edge banding and stuff like that goes through, but it'll all be presentable and finished. That way you can use it for an island overhang like you see right here. You've probably been looking at these types of islands and see them on TVs. How do I construct something like that? And it's actually really not that hard. So let's get into it. Let's see how exactly we can put this thing together. Here is the actual island that we're looking at here. Now I got a countertop on here, obviously, in the base mold, and you can see there it's in red. The cabinet parts are all going to be in brown. So let's just kind of move through here. I'll move this as fast as possible for you. Here on the back, let's just kind of get this thing going with a little bit of color. Taking a look at it, top view. Alright, so like I said before, three regular cabinets, as you see right there. I'm going to eliminate the moldings real quick. That way we can kind of get a better picture of what we're doing here. Alright, so here's the end panel island end cap cabinet. Let's take a look at this in just a little bit more in depth. I'm going to texturize this view, so it's going to take 1 second while it does that. And what we have here is basically, if you look right here, you're going to have basically almost either a 6 3/4, a 5 3/4, or a 4 3/4 square island leg. Okay, and it's mirrored each on each side. Okay, so for example, let's get it started with the width. If you order a width of say 36 inches, like I used in this example, the width of this cabinet is going to be from this point here all the way over here to this point, 36 inches wide. Real simple, and that includes these three pieces. Piece number 1, piece number 2, piece number 3. Okay, for the depth, you're going to notice the depth is a little bit different. The depth is from the back to the front, so it's basically from this point back here to the front over here. And we have two different depths on this cabinet that you're going to have to look at. First of all is going to be the the center cabinet depth. So the center cabinet is this piece right here. It's basically from the back to the front of the face frame on this cabinet. So basically from this point here to this point there. Let me see if I can zoom in here and give you a little bit closer view. Okay, so basically, I have to wait for it to refresh while it redoes all the pictures here. So basically, the depth from the center cabinet back here to the front face here. Okay. Now you're going to notice there's another piece that says island leg, and it's going to say the depth of that from the back to the front is always 3/4 of an inch more. And the reason for that is it looks so much better if you just have this face of this island leg protrude by 3/4 of an inch from the face of the cabinet. Let's take a look at it in top view. You kind of see what I'm talking about here. On this cabinet, I used a 5-inch depth. So basically, the cabinet depth here is 5 inches. Sorry about that. Let me write that in a little bit more legibly. 5 inches. So that's the center cabinet depth. Now the exterior over here on the island leg is 5 3/4. Okay. And the nice thing about that is, I personally like it when you're able to do the base molding down here at the bottom, and then you kind of wrap it around. When you have these little jog points, the 3/4 inch in and out, steps in, steps out, it's a very craftsman way of making an island. And when we look at pictures, similar to these, you want to have just a little bit more detail. Now you notice this cabinet obviously is pretty simple. I mean, it's not super ornate. These are very clean, very easy to look at legs. 5 3/4 of an inch square legs. And they go together really nicely, and it just kind of creates that nice design. Kind of keeps it looking stable and gives it that craftsman feel. Same thing over on this picture as well. That face of that leg sticks out 3/4 of an inch. So that was something we had to kind of design into it, and did a little bit of research to get that thing moving for you. So back to it. Okay, so we talked about the depth. Now the height of this cabinet is pretty simple. It's just basically from up here all the way down to here. And in this case, it's 34.5 because that's the island height. All right. Pretty simple. Wood type. Now you can choose any wood type you want. In this case, I actually chose to use walnut, and walnut looks cool on the computer graphics here. So take a look at that. Let's take a look at the top view. So the island end panel, we do have, as far as the legs are concerned, you're going to have one full solid piece going across here. Let me texture this in for you. And 1 second there. All right, so basically this is the way the island leg is constructed. Now this island leg is going to come fully assembled, just this one piece right here. The center cabinet over here is going to come in pieces. You'll have to put those together on site. Just look at our general assembly video, and you'll see exactly how you need to do that. So just taking a look at it, let's kind of pull this one off of here, and I'll kind of give you a little bit more of a view of exactly how this thing is going together. Okay, so you have 4 different pieces, and we basically we nail and we band the edges of all the pieces here, so it is finished on all 4 sides. You would then basically attach this piece to here using 1.25 inch long screw. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the construction of the cabinet itself. I guess let's do some overtime stuff here and take a look at the actual island that we were looking at and see some different applications you can use this for. So basically what I did here was I have 3 just regular base cabinets. I have my island end cap cabinets, as you see here. And then what I did was I did a slab in panel, bar back, as shown on our website. That's basically this piece right here. 1, 2, 3, because this is a pretty long piece here. It's 76 inches wide from this point here to here. So basically, it's just starting out, real simple. All you really have to do is, let's just pull this one off the wall here, and kind of simplify this design so you can kind of know how to do this from home. Start off with 3 cabinets, make it whatever width you want. In this case, this is 76 inches from here to here. Okay, 3 cabinets, side by side, no finished end panels needed. On the back, you're going to need a bar back. So you would order that from our website. That's an island bar back cabinet. You can either do slab or a panelized bar back. That's no problem. So basically, that's what you start off with. You have that, and then you basically go with an end cap, island end cap, which you put onto the side, and that acts as a finished end panel because you have these open shelves on the front of the end cap. And then that basically also acts as a countertop support. So once you get these things all put in, your countertop will just rest on here, and it'll give it a lot of needed support, especially for larger overhangs. Okay, so you could probably fit, in this case, usually it's 24 inches wide per person. In this case, you could fit about 3 people eating comfortably on the back of this island. So you know, do whatever you want with the front. You put cooktop cabinet there or whatever you need. But you'll have a nice eating overhang right here just for casual get-togethers and stuff like that. Alright, so basically that's kind of it. It's pretty simple. You can kind of mix and match and do these things all over the place. You could even use these end caps on the end of a base run of cabinets. You just basically butt it right into the wall, and then that would stick out just a little bit forward. So other questions, feel free to give us an email or give us a call. We're always here, and we're always looking for new ideas for anything that a customer needs to put together. So again, this is Chad Barker, and I'm with Barker Cabinets. Have a great day.